Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Hasbro Transformers Robots in Disguise Steeljaw. This deluxe class figure transforms from some sort of Jeep to some sort of canine Decepticon. It's interesting as well that the face on what we ended up getting in Steeljaw is very different than the artwork that's featured up at the top there. Maybe, I guess at the last minute, they decided that they wanted to give Steeljaw a more human-esque robot face versus the dog face that maybe initially was conceived. Maybe eventually, when we get future waves of Transformers Robots in Disguise pieces, maybe we will get a face that's a little more accurate to that and not so much this wolf face down here. He comes with, looks like a Wolverine claw attached to the roof of his car. It's a very interesting car. It's somewhat ironic that they're all called Robots in Disguise. I mean, there's nothing disguising the fact that these vehicles look nothing like regular, civilian vehicles. At any rate, some artwork on the side for Steeljaw and on the back. Steeljaw only consists of 9 steps to transform him from vehicle we've already discussed to the wolf that we've already discussed. Also, you can download the Transformers Robots in Disguise app, scan the QR code, in this case the Decepticon QR code on the front, and you can unlock and play. I don't know if that means you can unlock and play Steeljaw or you can unlock and play alternate skin. I don't really know, because it says right here, unlock Steeljaw and unlock his claw. Maybe he's not already in the game, maybe you only get Bumblebee. This would all be information I could provide if I actually played the game. Up to this point, Spot has not played the game. Just saying. What I'm going to do though is take a break, going to get this opened up, and when we come back, we're getting a better look at Transformers Robots in Disguise Deluxe Class Steeljaw. There's more heading your way, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. The vehicle mode for Steeljaw, not really sure how I could describe it. It kind of looks like it wants to be like a Ford pickup truck kind of thing, but then the back of it looks like it should be a dune buggy. It's kind of like an armored vehicle. It's just an amalgamation of things. The front has some nice detail work with the black bumper featuring the Decepticon logo at the front and some orange headlights. But the rest of the body is kind of just this bluish purple color. It comes together fairly easy and fairly complete. I feel like areas such as the front bumpers here don't quite snap into place. There should be really a tab point here that connects the two a little bit better, but I don't feel like they've really securely come together though. So this front feeling, I get the feeling the front is not always complete. If you think the vehicle mode for Steeljaw isn't armored enough, well, he does also come with this single claw weapon, and it's a little rectangular peg, rectangular slot at the top, just peg that into place. This is kind of ridiculous. I'm not probably going to be displaying him in vehicle mode anyways, but I probably won't be displaying him with this on top. Vehicle mode does roll. Kind of has like a, I don't know, like a Tron. Not really even Tron. I really don't know where I'm going with this. I just feel like the back section kind of looks like maybe a lawnmower. The front kind of looks like a pickup truck. There you go. That's my description. So we take this off, and we'll just put this aside. He'll use this when he gets into robot mode. Luckily, well, not luckily, sadly, he only comes with 1. I kind of wish he had 2. Most of the kibble is pretty concealed. I don't look at the underside and think, wow, hey, there's a Decepticon underneath there. It's pretty concealed, and a lot of the little hinges. I guess the only thing that's, from a robot perspective, the only thing that's really visible is his hands. That's really about it. The rest of it, though, is pretty clean. Transformation for this guy is very similar to Strong Arm in the sense that a lot of it is just panels, and you're unfolding stuff, and you're moving things out of the way to eventually get to what will be a robot mode. I feel like his robot mode, oh, and at least somewhat of the transformation is a little sloppy, but we'll kind of go through things together. So really, I guess the first thing you want to do is kind of just separate the front bumper, because you really want to get these doors unhinged from everything else. You are absolutely correct, Jacob. This is going to be his arms. So we just kind of want to get those out of the way. We don't really need them just yet. Then you want to reach around to the front here. Now this is the section I'm not very happy about. It's his legs. His legs, they were trying to find a creative way to make the legs into the bumper. And instead of doing just like a fold back and a rotation around of the legs, what they ended up doing, not crazy about. You take the bumper and the bumper untabs like that from his legs. But then his legs, you take this section and you fold it around. It gives you this weird looking, awkward leg. The very first thing that I thought of when I transformed him, or even looking at him in packaging, he kind of has like a rock lord look to him. Remember the old rock lords that could turn into like a rock? Kind of looks like that a little bit in the leg section here. So, not crazy about it. Not super crazy about it. From there, you basically just then fold the arms back. These, you'll eventually do something with them as well. And this section right here, oh, we want to move the tail back as well. Kind of unhinge the tail. And then we need to kind of get to his leg, into his head. So this section here will fold forward, making sure, of course, his arms are out of the way. These will fold. Basically what Spot's done, just let me walk you through this. These arms fold up, giving him shoulder pads, and then this back section, now freed up of the extra arms and stuff like that, can hinge freely forward. And it takes a little bit to kind of get the arms slightly out of the way from everything else so that you can fold these down. Once you find yourself though with the clearance, this moves back like so, and once again just kind of go in and correct the shoulders. The shoulders will peg into place, and there's a clip right on the inside there, a little notch right there, and then those shoulders clip together. They don't hold well at times. In fact, you might find yourself kind of readjusting the shoulders, because like this section here, this clip doesn't really hold the shoulders properly. But love them or hate them, essentially there is Steeljaw. To give Hasbro a little bit of credit, I at least respect the fact that they try to do something a little bit different. Transformation on him is outside the box in the sense that the transformation on the legs are a little bit different. I haven't seen this kind of idea before, but unfortunately it just means that the figure ends up being, the robot suffers, I think, as a result of it. If we have a look at the other ones that we've looked at already, let's bring in Strong Arm, and let's bring in Grimlock. I have Bumblebee packed away somewhere. I think he's in a box. But these two figures are good. Strong Arm has a little extra kibble and stuff like that. Grimlock, I have a bit of the issue with his arm. But still, they're solid figures. They're figures you can still play with, you can still transform, you can have fun with them. Steeljaw, on the other hand, his transformation is interesting, but that's not enough to sell a Transformer. You can't simply just say, well, he has an interesting transformation and therefore he's worth picking up. Because really, for a Transformer to be successful, transformation has to be decent, a vehicle mode or an alternate mode has to be decent, and at least the robot mode has to be decent. 2 out of the 3 things Steeljaw does pretty good. Vehicle mode is interesting, but at least it's neat to look at. Transformation is interesting, but the robot mode really suffers as an end result. If you guys are interested to pick up any of them, I would say stick with probably Strong Arm and stick with Grimlock. I can only hope that we're going to probably get like a Voyager class or maybe a Leader class. I don't even know how big this guy's going to be in the show. But I'm hoping that maybe we'll get a larger scale version of Steeljaw here, and they maybe change a little bit different to what they've done to the transformation, and really just the overall look of the robot mode. Robot mode, it's questionable. Moving those guys out of the way. Today's toy spot, probably the weaker of the Transformers Robots in Disguise figures that we've looked at. Today we were having a look though at Deluxe Class Steeljaw. Stay tuned guys, Spot's going to have more videos heading your way. Certainly more Transformers videos heading your way as well. Thanks for watching as you always do. I'll see you guys next time.